Hey, how you doing? If you came by to see part two of the documentary about the 2005 Ashes series, you're in the right place. You came to the right place because that's what we're going to take a look at. The story of the greatest Ashes series of all time, England versus Australia, 2005. Now, I'm pretty confident that 99% of the people who will ever see this video know far more about this match and about cricket than I will ever know. So I'm not going to waste anyone's time with some sort of long introduction. I will just say thank you to everyone who saw part one and commented and requested part two. And since we got to part two, we'll go to part 3 and 4 and 5 if necessary. And it'll be a build up to the 2025 Ashes. So I made this video here, part 2, and there's just a 10 seconds of the last video, part 1, with the narrator sort of setting the tone. If I remember correctly, and I think I do, England started fast in the first match. Australia ended up winning, and the English press was very much on the team for not maintaining their fast start, I believe. I think they had a real fast start and faded. That's what I got from the video, but I'm no expert on cricket, or especially this test cricket. So, without any further delay, let's check it out. The Ashes 2005, Part 2.
England don't have the mind, they don't have the bottle to beat these Australians, screamed the pundits. Mind you, no one, least of all those pundits, could have written the script for what was to happen 11 days later in Birmingham. Lord's had been a crushing experience for England. No matter the aggression and the intent in the play, we just didn't seem to have cricketers who could match the likes of Shane Warne and Glenn McGrath. So the teams went to Edgebaston and suddenly the tide turned in England's favour, and it happened before a ball was bowled. Yes, who would have believed it? In the training session that morning, the deadly McGrath had stumbled on a stray ball.
Oh, man.
We're
Wow.
warming up and we see that McGrath's being stretchered off on like a little buggy. You know he's struggling at that stage at 10 o'clock in the morning, so you get a feeling that he's not going to play. They're going to have to go in with a less experienced player.
This bloke falls over a cricket ball. And you just think, what do you mean he might not play?
You do a lot of damage stepping on a cricket ball.
The whole thing just
Ankle trouble.
completely altered in tone and mood.
With one half of the world's most dangerous bowling attack gone, England had a reason to be cheerful.
I can see that happen.
Heads is the call.
The next bit of luck came on the toss of a coin.
It is a head, Ricky.
Heads it is. Ricky Ponting has won the toss. What are you going to do, Ricky?
We're going to have a bowl this morning, mate, with the overhead conditions.
Ponting's decision to field first was a terrible decision because it was obviously a batting day.
We fully
From the
expected
weather,
him
you mean?
to bat. I mean, it looked a bit overcast. It was a bit moist, the wicket, but Edgebaston generally deteriorates over the few days and spin comes into play.
No ball.
Gorgeous shot. Now that's footwork, that's quality and that's class.
With a partnership of 112, the openers gave Australia the runaround.
50 up for England. England were not going to lie down, as the Australians had thought they might. And there was nothing in the pitch that would have any alarms for England, and they were just going to go at Australia and take them on.
Run.
And this time, England even had a secret plan to neutralise the Warne threat.
That was about the timing in that.
A few overs later, when Warne was introduced to the attack, Andrew Strauss, who'd practised against this bowling machine, Merlin, which England had got, this sort of big box which bowls sort of different deliveries to sort of imitate Shane Warne. He'd been practising being aggressive against this bowling machine, and he did exactly the same in the middle. Came down the wicket, hit Warne back over his head a couple of times, and immediately made a statement.
It's nicely placed by Andrew Strauss. Given that some umpty.
This is all against Shane Warne.
Warne finally got Strauss, but not until he'd notched up 48, and his opening partner, Marcus Trescothick, made a healthy 90.
Wow.
Oh, that's a terrific...
Would the guy who got injured be bowling in this morning session? I think he was like, him and Warren were kind of the stars, so I would imagine he would have been.
hit. Goodness me.
Suddenly, it was game on. The second big partnership of the day saw heroes number 3 and 4, Peterson and Flintoff, take up the reins, and they quickly reached 100 partnership between them.
Peterson and Flintoff then carried that work on, and England did play a sort of Australian-type game because they finished up scoring about nearly 5 and over.
After the pressure of Lord's, Flintoff suddenly seemed to remember how to enjoy himself.
Good punchy hit, that one. Oh my goodness me. 50 partnership between these two powerful strikers of the ball and terrific entertainers.
They look very young, both of those guys.
And then from that, I just thought, I'm going to go out there and play. I'm going to enjoy the occasion. I'm going to enjoy playing against Australia and have no fear of failure. And I think that helped me and the rest of the lads for the next few tests.
Freddie Flintoff is a very different player from a few weeks ago.
And again, and he doesn't know where that is, but it's gone for 4, it's gone for 6.
Oh, that's a few. Don't worry about that. Oh, shouting catch. There's a fella in the crowd stood up to try and get it.
And that's his arc century. That's beautifully played. It crashes into the boundary at cover. Andrew Flintoff, a lot.
At the end of the first day, England were all out for a heady 407.
The crowd here at Edgebaston.
You know, in the first video, part 1, there was so much made out of the two Australian bowlers, Warne and I don't know if it's McGrath or McGraw, but in the first game they only mentioned for England the guy who really struggled that the newspapers were down on at the end of the last one. I know Flintoff is a bowler because he's an all-arounder, it said, but I just there was a lot made of Australians bowlers, but not really much yet of England's bowlers.
For a lot of that with his 68, it's 290 for 5.
The following day, Australia started their first innings to a sellout crowd who had paid to see a resurgent England.
First ball.
First ball.
Hayden out for a duck. Langer looking solid, and a confident Ponting joining him. Now it's the beleaguered Ashley Giles with ball in hand. After a critical mauling for his Lord's performance, he had everything to prove, and revenge would be sweet.
And just watch the reaction. It's a very animated reaction from the England players with Ashley Giles, and I think that's them saying to Giles that...
And then after Ponting came an even more satisfying scalp.
Everybody had been saying, especially after the first test, that England were doomed because in opposition to the great Warne, all we had was the mediocre Giles. So it was a wonderful moment when Warne came complacently down the pitch, winding up to hit Giles all the way out of Edgebaston and into the bullring centre. Was completely deceived and bowled all over the place.
It's a nice little battle for Ashley Giles to win.
Vaughan's faith in Giles had paid off.
You win as a team, you lose as a team, you draw as a team. And what we said at the beginning of the series is whatever happens, come September the 12th, we wanted to stay as a team.
With Australia all out for 308, England went back into bat. By the time the light faded, they were 124 ahead, and things were looking rosy. Day 3. oh dear. By lunchtime, England had lost 4 wickets for 47. All hopes were pinned on Flintoff, and he didn't disappoint.
Oh, well, now. It's 6 more. Offside.
But then, everyone's heart stopped.
Now, there's something wrong with Flintoff here.
Early on in his innings, he went for a shot and reacted as if he'd pulled a muscle in his left shoulder. And we all thought, oh no, this is the old story. Just when we seem to be on top, an injury to one of our key players.
Now, this is what has happened. He's played the square cut. Just keep your eye on him. And that's when it's happened. He's grabbed at his shoulder.
Even the physio didn't know what to make of Freddie's condition. But when he did decide to bat on, there was, it seemed, a side effect.
That's very sad and very unusual.
If anything, the injury seems to make him restrain himself and bat better.
That swing didn't look too restrained. Maybe he kept the shoulder tucked in.
And Flintoff, well, it looks as though his shoulder's loosening up a bit. Oh, Biggie. Straight into the crowd.
Just thrilling sport.
Bowled him. That's the end of that. Shane Warne has eventually...
Warne finally bowled him, but not before he got England out of trouble with 73.
And by the time his innings was over, there was almost no way that the Australians could win the game.
It seemed that Flintoff's sheer bloody-mindedness had saved the day. Even Warne was moved to congratulate him, and there was still more to come from Mr. Flintoff. England finished with a total of 182, and there was still work to be done. When Australia came out to bat for the second time, Flintoff bowled the over of his life.
Freddie, regardless of his batting or his brilliant fielding, or the fact that he's a wonderful team man, is the best all-round fast bowler in the world. And he showed that in one fantastic over.
Flintoff was already on a hat-trick, having bowled magnificently at the end of Australia's first innings the day before.
First innings, a couple of cracking, swinging. So we have a hat-trick ball.
The first ball was blocked.
Which is safely negotiated. Michael Kasperich.
The second wasn't.
Oh, he's got in! Freddie Flintoff! 3 wickets in 4 balls.
And the over had only just started.
That over was the defining moment, in my mind, of Andrew Flintoff's England career. It was the moment he stopped being someone who might develop into a great player and was one. Was one. My God, what an over that was. I mean, Langer bowled off everything, up and down and whack.
1 down, 235 for Australia, 9 to get for England. Ricky Ponting on strike. Oh, that's so close! And it's not out. Oh, Billy, you are under some pressure. Well, a bit high.
It's probably my best over I've ever bowled, I think. I was running in, probably still on a high from the batting, scoring 70-odd, and there's a crowd were behind us. And we knew the importance of that session we was in. We needed to take wickets and to defend our score. So I just ran in, and it's one of them overs where everything seems to happen for you.
Oh, I say. Flintoff has changed the whole feeling of the occasion.
And you see Ponting desperately trying to stay in there. He gets hit on the pad. There's a too close LBW shouts.
There's marvellous bowling this, because every ball, 3 out of 3.
Was this before they did any sort of replay, or do they do replay even now in this form in the test matches? I don't know. But it doesn't look like they're consulting any replay here.
Bang, bang, bang. They've all asked a big question of the batsman.
He bowls 93, 94 miles an hour, and it reverses one way and it reverses the other way. Ponting is not good enough to play him, and we're talking about one of the best players in the world.
Now, Trescothick is trying to persuade Vaughan to bring in a short leg. Vaughan shaking his head at the moment. Trescothick's waving.
Ian Bell at short leg is looking at Ponting and thinking, this bloke's scared, he doesn't know what to do. And they're all wrapped up in this. Every single one of the players knew they were involved in one of the great overs of all of their careers. And Fred is massive. Then there's a no ball, so he gets one more ball. And he turns the seam round and he says, OK, it's reversing that way. What if I'll just try the other one?
Magnificent cricket from this man. Really?
And it swings away, reverse swings away. Ponting gets an edge, and one of the great overs ever seen, I would suggest, has come to the perfect end. And 2 Australian batsmen are out. Langer is out. Ponting is out. England can win, and Flintoff's done it.
When you bowl at people such as Ponting, you've got to be on top of your game, otherwise we've seen what he can do. He scores a lot of runs, does it quickly too. So I think probably to get somebody out like of his calibre was probably the most satisfying.
If you can find for me a better...
How old was Freddie Flintoff here? I mean, because this is after it was completed, and he still looks incredibly young. I know Kevin Peterson was young, they said. And they said no one on England had played in a Ashes, so there must have been a young team.
...ball than that, and a more difficult ball to play, then you're my friend for life.
At the end of the 3rd day, England needed just 2 wickets. Australia needed 107 runs. You felt that England were close to a glorious victory. Day 4. England fans across the country woke up feeling a little different. They were optimistic. The team needed just 2 tail-end wickets to beat the Australians.
Well, by Sunday, we'd already won the game. All we needed to do was put a stamp on the envelope and post it. We turned up in order to enjoy the symbolic moment.
Could be a very short day.
What we got was 2 hours of torture and very nearly defeat.
It should have been easy.
It's gone wide of man, Andy.
But as the morning wore on, England didn't take those wickets. And Australia scored runs.
Got him! Well done, Flintoff.
That one?
Which left just 1 wicket. Just 1 ball.
I lasted to Warne's wicket, and when he went out, I thought, that's it, we've done it. 2 overs passed, and I thought, we're going to lose. And I know why we're losing. As every true fan will tell you, the reason why your side loses is because you're watching them.
And Lee goes.
As the Australians got closer, the nation went into meltdown.
42 to win.
Well, you've got to give him credit for this shot. This is a super hit.
42
you
to
have
win,
to go away,
1 wicket.
because you're bringing them bad luck. You're cursing and praying and screaming and gibbering and drooling far too much.
That'll race away for 4-2.
Just gets closer and he's, oh yeah, well it's a bit, I was trying to get that on the tee about
Giles is in
12,
again.
well maybe 1:30 will be all right.
At least it looked like he was.
Kasparovich is timing it well. He wants to come back for 2, which he does, and he makes.
My bowels had turned to water. I was vomiting with fear. It really was almost that visceral and unpleasant. So with 2 televisions on, I went outside into the garden, paced up and down, shouting all the time, so I couldn't hear.
Oh, it's a Flintoff's 4. Way down the leg side. It beats the keeper and into the rope down there for 4. 20 to win.
I could hear these occasional roars from the crowd thinking, I don't care, it's clearly not a wicket because it's the wrong kind of shot. Anyway, I didn't hear it.
Now Casper goes over the top. That's a wonderful stroke. Well, superbly well played.
I didn't hear it. Oh, God, I'm going to count the clouds in the sky.
Oh, inside edge for 4.
Oh, there's a rabbit. Oh, I'm going to watch the rabbit going all the way along the horizon. There it is, and it's disappeared.
That takes it down to 15 now. Boys steered that on away. Oh, and there's a dive down at third man.
And then the ball goes up in the air and Simon Jones gets under it. He didn't quite see it properly and he muffs it. And you're thinking, well, hang on, how many to get now? 20, 15, what? Someone's got to have to get this bloke out now.
No ball called, and 4.
Wow.
He's gone for the Yorker, no ball. He bowled it extra fast. 9 runs to win, 1 wicket in hand.
And then they are doomed.
Comfortable single.
What the hell are we going to do?
This is the same game that, you know, seems like a long time ago when the guy said, it's a formality, the game's already won, we're just going to go out and watch them seal the deal. So that didn't turn out that way exactly.
What the hell are we going to say? You know, we were supposed to win this test match. It's 1-1, the series is alive. They're going to beat us.
Inside edge, running away on the onside, another one.
I think they'll be quite happy with singles.
And he's done it well. It's hit him, knocked his bat out of his hand. He's called for the 1. Kasparov has responded. It's 278 for 9. Full toss outside off dub, meant to be the Yorker.
Oh, man.
And then suddenly Harmison finds a ball from somewhere that just explodes off the pitch. And Kasparov and Jones is behind it. And he's just got to get there. He's got to catch it.
Jones!
Wow, that is cutting it close.
Kasparov, the man to go, and Harmison has done it. Despair on the faces of the batsmen and joy for every England player on the field.
I came in like this, going la 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 la, like, you know, like a couple of teenagers having a row, refusing, you know, sort of whistling in order to stop the other one from hearing them. And la 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 la. And it was a slow-mo replay of Gareth Jones leaping to his left, catching off a very bad ball from Steve Harmison.
What a superb day for English cricket. Michael Vaughan's team had levelled the series. It had been a terrifying ordeal for them playing and for us watching. We seemed to have a team that all of a sudden was confident, united and mentally strong. And, you know, it dawned on us. The Ashes were on.
Wow. Wow. That's I did not expect that match to go on that long. I didn't think it'd be as easy as they made it sound when they said it's just kind of, we're going out there, we already got it won. I knew it'd be a little closer than they thought, but I didn't know it would go down to that level of just, you know, what, with 3 or 4 runs needed. I could only imagine the fans in Australia and in England watching TV, both so nervous at that point. That must have been an exciting time. And I guess that's why this is known as, you know, maybe the best Ashes ever. If these, you know, just in 2 parts, it's pretty incredible drama. So that was cool. Wow. And like I said, the English team looks so young, especially Flintoff and Peterson, and the captain looks very young. Usually you think of captains as sort of the, you know, the older guys with all the wisdom, and he's a younger guy with all the wisdom, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to definitely do part 3, and you'll be seeing that if you choose. We'll be seeing that soon, and I appreciate you coming by to watch this with me. Talk to you later.